have recently read a book, No Drama Discipline by Daniel Siegel and Tina Payne Bryson. And in this book, they're discussing a couple of rules, a couple of hacks and tricks on how to actually raise your toddlers. Hello, my anxious parents, and welcome back. My name is Valentina. And in this video, we're going to be talking about your toddlers. I love talking about my teens, but I also love talking about my toddlers, the way you treat them, about your discipline methods. And I'm going to share with you my personal experience when it comes to this topic. Now, keep in mind, I am a self-taught mother. I'm getting a degree in therapy, so take my advice with a grain of salt. Not that I doubt my abilities, it's just that each parent has its own way of schooling their children, of educating their children. I'm not here to judge, I'm not here to pinpoint, just to share some of my experiences. So I go by these points when implementing a certain rule that I want my children to follow. And also, it's based on the book that I just finished. I'm gonna link it down below. Be patient. Keep in mind that your children don't have the same sense of urgency that you do when you're asking for something to be done. Do not expect for it to be done right then and there. And children have a different idea of whatever, of time. Basically, whatever feels like forever to you, it feels like, I don't know, a minute or two to them. So don't get frustrated. Be patient and you'll see it's gonna pay in the long run. Another thing is always plan for more time, exactly because of their perception of time is different than yours. So in order to avoid irritation, in order for you not to get upset and frustrated, I learned that this is the perfect way to avoid drama. It's just give yourself and your toddler enough time in advance. Repeat yourself. Do not get tired to repeat yourself over and over again. I'm sure your parents did the same thing when they were teaching you something new and someone had the patience for you. It's a circle of life. Someone dedicated their time and effort for you to be who you are today. If they didn't, I'm sorry, and do not let history repeat itself. So by repeating yourself to your child, it's not because they don't understand, it's because what is urgent and seems like a priority to you, it's not as urgent to them. Again, because of their life perception. So give them time. There will come a day when they won't be asking any questions, and you'll be happy they're even talking to you. Another rule that I go by is show rather than say. When you're implementing a new rule, show them what needs to be done. Don't just tell them. Don't just, children are visuals, and certain tasks they need to be following you by an example. And there's a higher chance they're gonna repeat after you. Connect with your child when you're asking for something. Grab their hand, look into their eyes. Don't just shout what you want them to do from the other side of the room. They will not understand the importance of it. When you are actually stopping whatever you're doing and coming to them and getting on their level and empathize with them, that's when they're gonna listen. According to the authors, the no drama discipline approach, this is the way to discipline your children while also straightening their growing brains. When children have consistent and loving discipline, their brains form this new positive connections that create a foundation for healthy relationships and mental well-being later on. And we all want stable teens. You know, when parents provide consistent and loving attention, even during moments of discipline, children ultimately develop a secure attachment, which means that they internalize the message that they are safe, loved, and understood, even if you're being tough on them. Growing up in an Eastern European household, we were urged and forced sometimes to keep a very clean space. So naturally, when I had my own children, I was really adamant to have the exact same rules in my house. Until I realized that each family has its own dynamics, has its own rules and regulations, let's put it that way. And whatever vibed with your family doesn't necessarily vibe with your current family. So make your own rules, make new, implement something new that works for your family. It's not that children need to adjust to your schedule. You need to adjust to their schedule as well. It goes both ways. By now, your toddlers should be utilizing what you taught them and still are teaching them. I find that following a schedule but giving them a break on the weekends has its benefits. Or don't wait for the weekend, just pick a day of the week and make it a yes day. When you just don't lecture them or give them instructions or teach them something, just say yes to everything they're asking, and you'll see how they're gonna feel light and appreciated, and they're gonna look forward to that day. because they are getting tired of your instructions just as you are getting tired of giving them. They're getting tired of receiving them. And when you want to ask your toddlers to help you with something, you don't instruct them necessarily all the time what to do. My therapist taught me a very good lesson that if you want your child to help you, you just start doing what you want them to do, and they a particular chore, for example, and then very nonchalantly tell them to do one thing or the other. For example, when I'm trying to clean up their toys, I very slowly start to like put things away, and then I can just ask them, oh, can you give me that toy from that corner? And they kind of get into it, and they start helping me as well. So that's one lesson that I learned. Do not push your lectures and your needs onto your children, especially onto your toddlers. Teens, the same thing. When they had a bad day, we all do. Give them that break, and to yourself for that matter. Let them just be in their state of mind. Do not try to distract them or change their mood. It's not your job to always adjust their mood. Sometimes they just want to be left alone. Just like you want to be left alone. You don't want to be entertained non-stop. Simple things matter as much as the complex ones. So give them that break. They really do deserve it. I'm gonna read to you a passage that I stumbled upon by William Martin when it comes to educating your children. Do not ask your children to strive for extraordinary lives. Such striving may seem admirable, but it is the way of foolishness. Help them instead to find the marvel of an ordinary life. Show them the joy of tasting tomatoes, apples, and pears. Show them the infinite pleasure in the touch of a hand, and make the ordinary come alive for them. The extraordinary will take care of itself. And that is so true when it comes to parenting your children. We always expect for them to do something extreme that we forget to teach them to enjoy small things, a good breakfast, a good sleep, a walk in the park, time spent with family. So don't implement and don't push your children to strive always for the greater good. Sometimes the best things are right in front of them. Thank you for watching, and thank you for following. If you are new here, please do subscribe. I just released a class on Skillshare about habits, how you can intertwine your habits with your children's habits. I'm gonna link it down below. Please do follow, subscribe, and I will see you soon.